Yo, what's the deal, fam? Recently, I asked you all to rank Nas featuring JoJo Haley's Black Girl Lost, track 10 of the It Was Written album. And overwhelmingly, 70% of you stated it was 5 out of 5 record, which was very surprising to me. Very surprising to me. And the reason I stated surprising because a lot of people seem to find fault or flack with that record, and I never understood it. I happen to love it. But let's break it down. Black Girl Lost is produced by Queen's very own Eeze and the Trackmasters, and it samples Stephanie Mills' Starlight, which was produced by the legendary James Ntume and Reggie Lucas. As you can see, it's pretty much like a 4-bar loop, right? But the Trackmasters and Eeze being who they are, they're always going to add some additional elements. Start with the drums, right? Follows the same pattern, but if you listen intently, the snare has a little bit more added space or air, which can come from reverb. But in my estimation, I believe that they layered it with like a maraca or a shaker to give that illusion. This is right before we got into like the keyboard era. But the Trackmasters, throughout the entire tenure, even when they sampled, it was different from when everyone else did it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know the formula, but it always sounded as if they ran their samples or keyboards or whatever instruments through outboard gear and then ran it back into whatever recording device they were utilizing. Because just listen to their music from that era. Everybody was sampling, but Trackmasters sound a little different, man. Doesn't matter whether it was an 80s, 90s sample they was looping up, it never sounded like anyone else's. And this song isn't any different. If you listen closely, you can tell there's some keyboards added to it, but it doesn't overpower the sample. It blends in, complements the music. That's what A1 producers do. Salute to Eeze and the Trackmasters. And we're talking about the bass or bass line. Appears to be just a bass patch that's played on the one. Kept it very simple. Felt more so than heard. But like I stated before in the previous video, if you muted out the bass patch, you would definitely miss his presence. As far as the writing goes, Nas is floating on this joint, man. Lyrics match the title and content perfectly. He never deviated from the subject. The flow is just as effective as the written words. I can't understand why people always gave this record flack or hated on it. Was it the subject matter and you didn't want to see your favorite MC rapping about things like this? But that's what makes an album an album. Different subjects, different content. And he understood that at an early age. Now let's talk about the chorus and the way they utilize JoJo Haley of Jodeci and Casey and JoJo. If you listen to the record, right? I love the humility by JoJo and the foresight by Nas and Eeze, as well as the Trackmasters, to utilize him in that way. He's essentially just singing ad-libs and the tail end of the chorus. He has a little space to do his thing on the fade out of the song. You should be ashamed of yourself. But essentially, he's not even singing the hook. That's Nas. I said all that to say this. It's amazing what could happen if we're led by the music. Get out your own way and do what's right for the song, then you get fabulous music like this, man. As far as the mix goes, the song was mixed by Rich Travale, Bill Esses, and the Trackmasters, and mastered by the legendary First Ballot Hall of Famer, Tom Coyne. And it doesn't take away from the track at all. What they did was a beautiful thing. You hear every element. You heard the record time and time again, man. From 96 to the present time, I have loved this record, and I really don't see that changing in the future. I will say this, if I can change anything about the song, it would be that long 30-second intro. Let me know what you think about Black Girl Lost in the comment section on a scale of 1 through 5. What's your favorite line? How would you rate the beat? And if you don't like it, tell me why. It's your man, TheEezeExperience. Run those numbers up. Go get yours. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Eeze.